Hey, what's up, Herd? It's Friday, March 28th. This will be the last update that I give you for the month of March, and we're getting into April, which means it's tariff time for most of the tariffs that the U.S. is putting into place on April 2nd. So I do think we're seeing some free fall in the market because of that. So let's get on right into it. Just now, over the last 12 hours, Bitcoin has fallen from a price of about 88,000 at the high all the way down to 83,000, currently sitting on support right there at 83,000. Love to see that, although whale money flow did get up pretty high over the last couple days, so I do think we need to see a rollover before we see new highs here. So I would expect to see at least see us down at least to 80,000 before we see a turnaround. Would love to see us stay above, make some higher lows, if you will. We made a slightly higher high here. Had some higher highs, higher lows over the last 2 weeks here. Still need to get above 92,000 really to break out of this pattern, guys, but maybe even above 94 to really get out of this downward trend line. However, I do think we had some nice momentum. Definitely saw a bullish divergence in the RSI down here as well, so look out for that on Bitcoin. Looking at the liquidation heat map, let's refresh this real quick and see where we have some liquidity to get into. We do have some nice liquidity right under the current price, right at $83,000, guys, but not a lot below us right now. Let me zoom out one more tick here to see if we have anything super big in the downward trend here. Do have some liquidity around 81,000, so that could be the next line of defense for the price of Bitcoin here, but we do have a ton of liquidity above us. 322 million sitting at about 95,000, and we're heading nearly to $1 billion of liquidity, right around 100,000. So if we get any short squeeze action, we could be heading that direction, and either they're going to close their shorts, guys, or hold them open till the bitter end and get liquidated up here. So do get ready for this. I do think we're going to see a turnaround overall in this market in the next couple weeks. I do think April is going to end bullish and start with this bearish trend was going to give us nice momentum to get up to the upside. Let's get on into Ethereum, guys. Ethereum down to 1871 currently below support that was set around 1891. That has been historical support all the way back to really back in July and May even of 2023. So that was actually resistance before, became support now, and hope to bounce off of this. It's sort of in this neighborhood at least, so we could be sitting on support based on where you set your lines, guys. I do think we could possibly go down as far as 1524. I would love to see a buying opportunity for the price of ETH and Bitcoin obviously as well. Down 6.58% at the moment. I do expect to see further downside in all of the markets. So don't expect to see a lower high or a higher low here. Do expect to engulf this wick down at 1764 over the weekend, as we've already started this trend. And the traditional markets are also heading down here. Just look at the NASDAQ, looking at 2.33% down, almost getting down to where we were just a couple of weeks ago with the bottoms here, and then the S&P also had a massive red candle today, coming off 3 days now of red, and do think into the weekend we should see worse. And then even on Monday before the tariff starts, as Monday is I believe is the first here, so could get back down to where we were around 5,500 for the SPX there. Getting into more blue chips in the cryptocurrency world here. Let's get into XRP next. XRP down 7.5%. Nowhere near though its bottoms around $2. So we're sitting at 216. Could get down there over the next 24 to 48 hours, maybe even on Monday. But we did get pretty high on the whale money flow here, and did see a recent high of $2.6. And I do think we'll get back down to at least $2 over the next couple days. BNB sitting the highest here at $2.44, sitting above the EMA and SMA here, which is great to see. Wouldn't be surprised to see this roll over, guys, but I know Binance is making some serious money on this downtrend, so look out for potential moves to the upside if we don't get too many to the downside here. If we do get a downside move further down on Bitcoin and Ethereum, I do think we could see prices down to 585 for the price of BNB, but I know most of us are probably sitting on other assets, but BNB is a great asset to be watching, as it does seem to do well in downward trending markets. Sol took a tumble the last couple of days as well. Not as bad as some of the others in the market, but down 6.5% on the day. Roughly the same as Ethereum, but in general, Ethereum went down faster over the last 24 to 48 hours. And we are currently down from the recent top just 4 days ago of 13% roughly. We did have a nice bounce 2 weeks ago off of the lows at 115. Would love to see us down to 115 again, but we did make a 30% move to the upside after that before coming down. So people are taking profit right now. Whale money flow was high on the trend line here, and I do expect to see us roll over. Currently sitting on the RSI right at support though, so if we do see any bounce at all, guys, it could happen relatively soon. SWE down almost 10% today at 9% down on the day so far. Bounced off of the SMA here and is running up against the EMA. If we see a bounce, I'd be surprised, though we have gotten really high on the whale money flow, and I do think it's time for that to roll over as whales take profit. So good volume along the way. So if you're farming these guys like I am getting some nice fees in some SWE to USDC on the CETUS DEX. And definitely looking at some fees inside of Orca, farming SOL to USDC. Go ahead and follow me on X if you'd like to know more about farming. But last but not least, BT did leak that we will be launching our new application on the Sonic DEX, guys. So get into Sonic, especially at these prices. We did get all the way back up to 63 cents. Wouldn't be surprised to see us get back to 50 cents at the minimum, really, for the price of Sonic over the next 24 to 48 hours. Look for some great deals, not financial advice, but this is going to be a big strategic move for the herd getting into the middle of April, as we hope to be launching around that time, guys. So do pick up some Sonic if you're interested in our new application. Bitcoin dominance continues to stay high, right around 62%. If we go any higher on this, guys, we will be breaking highs of the, at least cycle highs here. Candles closed at 62.22% just a couple of weeks ago. And if we get any higher on this, we do have all of this travel all the way up to about 63, 64% dominance. But if we get up that high, guys, I do think it'll be time to roll over for the Bitcoin dominance. I think it's possible we could get up as high as 64.5, as that has had some structure support over in last cycles before we completely roll over into a nice alt season. USDT dominance is creeping up again as we are seeing downward price movement. And anytime we get close to this greenish line at the bottom here, we're going to have a reversal. Didn't really get all of that close on the whale money flow, actually, for the USDT dominance, guys. So wasn't expecting this to come, besides the fact that we have tariffs soon. So I do think it's mostly tariffs and some FUD in the market, guys, waiting for some economic data to come through. Inflation and unemployment data are kind of becoming right up in the early part of April. So that will tell us where the trajectory of this economy is going. And potentially we could see some great news actually out of both of those if things start to cool off a little bit, as far as inflation's especially. So with that, guys, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. We'll see you next week. Again, look forward to some news regarding our new application on the Sonic network. Looking forward to that and revealing that to all of you through whatever BT tends to launch it on. I think he'll probably make a Medium post in the next couple of weeks, guys. Look out for that. Have a great weekend, and God bless.